Hello and welcome back to another episode of Human Fall Flat, where we're still exploring this last level. Well, last for now. The latest level would be a more appropriate term, would it not? Okie dokie. What have we got up here? So these are the official channels. If someone has stolen my content, then it's not on one of these, you know, so let me know if it's not on one of these channels, where it is and who has stolen my content. Because it's not authorised to go anywhere else. It is not authorised to go anywhere else at all. Okie dokie. So we've got a nice house over here with some Amazon deliveries. Some wires. Okay, so I wonder what would happen if I short circuit these into the batteries. Into the battery slots. Would something interesting happen? Okay, stop that and pick up both at once. You know you can. Okay, that's the red one. That's the blue one. Perfect. Okay, now we'll figure out where we want to go from here with these, but you know, might as well bring them both with us. Why take two journeys when you can just ride the snake to the top of the stairs? Snakes on ladders, but if you've got a staircase, you can bring both snakes and stairs. The snakes can go up the stairs, you don't fall down them like ladders. Okay, perfect. Intentional. Actually in the correct slot. I normally like to put them in the wrong slot. That's what she says, wrong hole? No? Lose? But, you know. Okay. Well, clearly we need to drag you over here. What are you? You're a magnet. Okay. What are we going to magnetise with you? Clearly we're going to have to point you at something. Very nearby as well. Okay, I do see the big weights that would obviously want to be magnetised down. Okay, could you actually feed it in, Bob? There we go. Okay, light it on to show that it's powered. Pick it up, Bob. There we go. Oh, we're bringing a ladder down. I see. What's out this door first, though? Nothing? Fake door? Fake news? Okay. Right. Come on down! Oh, it opens the window. Well, Bob. You're failing entirely now, Bob. You had it perfect. Now you're fucking it up. Okay, perfect. I mean, there's some sort of rope swing maybe that we need to do off of here. Clearly. Okay, where are we going? Onto the roof? Okay, well there's two paths. There's a roof there and then just a roof here. Just don't hit the wall like an idiot. You can do it. Okay, there we go. Fuck. Actually let go at the right time though, Bob. This is not going well. This is not working as intended. And clearly we're meant to be higher up, but I didn't magnetise that well enough. Fuck. Anything else in here of interest? I mean, there's a window. Got to explore. See what's going on. Anything interesting else here? Hidden secrets? Nothing? Okay. Just another path. A road to nowhere, you could say. Well, I mean, we went out a window, we've got to go back in a window. Even if it's not the same window. Yeah, just literally moving the furniture. I was trying to open the drawer. But I will accept it. Bob's just too strong to open drawers. No, he just likes to move the entire furniture instead. Okay. Like I said, that does seem to be some sort of ladder on that. So maybe we need to use that later. Okay. Sure. Absolutely intended to be janked about like that, I'm sure. Climb on it then, Bob. There we go. Okay. Hands up. There we go. Ladder. Not going to climb the ladder. Right, I'm just going to move it a bit further so that it's, you know, maximising its yank. Okay, well, we can reset this. Again, it doesn't necessarily, well, I mean, it does need to be wired correctly. Okay, so we pulled both out. We can't put blue into red and red into blue, but we can if they were, you know, the wrong way round on the other thing. So I don't think we can get any more reach on it from that side. Sure, that's safe. Bob, that's perfectly safe. Plug it in. Come on. There we go. Okay, yeah, perfectly safely wired. I'm sure. Okay, but from this side, we might be able to get more yank on it. You know, if I actually pull it down there, but I need to actually pull it further because I want to yank it a bit more. If I angle it at the floor, it should yank further, but I think that's good enough to go with now. Okay, so perfect. Okay, now that's the height that we needed. Right, so we're at the tip of it. Now we just need to swing correctly. Why? Why, Bob? Well, we'll just resin it then. We'll just cheat our way up. Easy way. No, hands up, Bob. There we go. Less fun but easy way. Right. Put your ass round. Get up there. Come on, you know you can. Why are you not climbing on there? There we go. Perfect. We sprang that perfectly, didn't we, Bob? Yes. We didn't use the easy way up. We didn't take the easy path. Not at all. Okay, well, we can unlock the door. So I guess that door was locked for a reason. It wasn't just, you know, a fake door, it's actually locked. Right, shortcut door. Unlocks. Perfect. So if we fall, we can actually just walk up here now. Also, we might need those wires, or even the magnet, higher, perhaps. And that might be the entire reason for that. Who is to say? The full moon? Okay, is this another shortcut door? I mean, it's almost as though I could put my hand through it and just, you know, lift that. I can tell it's a shortcut door, but it does look like we could choose that, especially if we had a tool like an axe. Although maybe that is the puzzle. We get a tool and then we open it. Well, this isn't worrying. Battery, perhaps? Or short circuit it? Or something else? Or reanimator Bob? Okay, well, clearly we drop in because, you know, the other side is the way. You don't know the way. Okay, we could have bought the other wires again with us, and, you know, maybe that's half of the puzzle. Blue to blue. Okay, generator. Right, we need... oh, we are literally reanimating. Don't get caught this time. Don't get caught in the physics. He is the exit. blue. Okay, now we just need a red wire. Well, we know where there's a red wire, but it's not necessarily a long enough one, is it? Okay. Live, Grandpa. Live. Okay. Maybe this is the actual exit. Didn't mean to go down into a crypt. I should have maybe opened the shortcut first. It is not the worst traversal up some stairs, is it? Okay. All of this to get a red wire when we have one already. It's not a convenient one as maybe this is. But again, that's cheating. Okay. Does this just go? I see the red wire. Okay, well, let's just jump to the red wire. Clearly, nothing could go wrong with getting stuck down here at all. Absolutely. And it doesn't look any longer than that other wire, to be honest, actually, now that I've got it in my hands. She said! Length doesn't matter. Well, it does. But not that much. It's more what you do with it. And, you know, if we can reanimate the dead with our wire, then, well... it's a very powerful wire indeed, isn't it? Right, some sort of fuse. Oh, I guess we need fuses as well. Okay, well, clearly you're intended to take multiple trips. We do not. We are efficient 200 IQ Bob. We might even be able to do this in one trip. I see that other one. If we put them all in the elevator, then one trip is all we need. Okay, we just need to work our way upstairs. And then maybe we needed to pull that thing across to us. Maybe there's a way to pull that across to us. And then we'll load up the bird's nests. Then put them into the elevator. And win. We will have victory. In record time. Okay. I see a path. Bob, what are you doing? You need to keep your hand high so that you don't trip. Alley-oop! Easy. Never doubted it for a second. Okay. Then we swing across to that. Okay, I see the button. The button might send the bird's nest. We were probably meant to press that all along. We were probably meant to press that all along. Alley-oop! We don't need that light. That light's nothing. Well, that might just be called the elevator button. Aha! I see. It's manual labour. It's manual labour. Okay, well, we didn't need to take them all the way over there. That they've actually made it harder for us. Okay, well, there's the one over here, so I'll go get that. Then we'll load up the bird's nest and be out of here in record time. Like, this has been the easiest puzzle so far. Definitely the easiest puzzle so far, right at the end. Find the objects, take them back, figure out how to use the puzzle. Don't forget the fuses to capture the lightning. Bob with his waddly ass. Like me, I need to lose some weight now that Christmas is over. Put them back on and now I need to lose it again. Time to get back in shape, so might do treadmill live streams. Losing weight. Getting back in shape. Definitely necessary. Okay, bird's nest. In you go. We don't take things one at a time. No, no, no. Okay, hopefully the wire won't fall. Okay, grab your snake between your legs and lose. Bob, please, this is not an adult show. I mean, you know, maybe half the time it is, but not entirely. Speaking of which, I need to do another video for... Get that from behind your back. No, Bob, you're not doing it one hand behind your back. You can't do it one hand behind your back and load it. House party. I need to do, because they've updated things a fair bit, and I know it's not suitable for Twitch, but still, you know, it can go on YouTube, and you're losing it down the hole. And then, you know, go from there. Because there's a competition as well for that they were doing. If you wanted to be one of the guests in it, it's American only though. So, you know, whilst that would be... Well, why are you dead? Well, that would be an interesting thing to be in a game like that. And, you know, fun to record, but not even in a sexual way. Because I'm sure they won't have you having sex on the thing. That would just be awkward and weird. But, you know, to be a voiced character in that and all that would be fun. And, you know, you could do some silly things because it's a silly game. And, you know, you could have some interesting interactions for your character because they would be designing it around you and that was the competition. So, you know, you could have some fun with it. And not sexual fun, but, you know, silliness fun with that, and that would have been interesting. But it's America only because obviously they're recording in America and they don't necessarily want to fly people out there, but still, and I know I really shouldn't be going on things like that in this video, but it just sort of came up. I don't know how, it just did. Okay, let's get our snake out, then we'll go get the two things together, the two fuses. Okay. Then obviously there's that one secret we didn't do, which is the one bit with the broken wall, and the broken bit at the start as well with that one. They might not be things, but they look like secret things, so I would assume there are secret things in there. If there aren't, put some secret things in those bits, and, you know, I've said how I would suggest doing it, you know, burning the one log down and chopping the entrance in, you know, they would be obvious ways of doing it. But maybe there are unobvious ways of doing it that are the actual ways, because both are possible, just very, very difficult, especially climbing with that axe. But if you got the boxes, again, it'd be a lot easier, but my bridge building skills were terrible. They weren't up to par. That is sounding very, very electric, like when I pick them up. Okay, pop it in. Just the tip. Then we go to pop that in. Then we'll take both of these together through here. There we go. Through here. And that's good enough, I guess. It's not necessarily the greatest, but it'll do. And we can still open both with that. It's just a bit harder. Hard words! No. And then we'll carry both together up there, because, you know, who climbs with just one? Who climbs with just one? Sometimes they're lighter when you're carrying it with one hand as well than with two hands, which is odd. It's very odd how the physics work like that, but, you know, we can do this very easily. We are a very, very powerful mob. That's why we're Batman. One for you. I mean, it's not quite perfectly in. Sure, I'm sure that's safe enough, right? I mean, that's absolutely safe enough, right? No. I feel like we need both sides in. There we go. Okay, so it wasn't actually connected. It's not like I could just cheese it in an odd fashion that was not in, like, the other bits. This time we actually have to perfectly put it in. Okay. Bob. Pick it up better. Pick it up straighter. There we go. That's not quite straight, but I mean, you can sort of finagle it a bit better. There we go. Perfect. I'm coming. Okay. He's alive! Oh, shit, we're just cooking him. I'm sure that was intended. Okay, we unplugged everything. Sorry, I need to plug my experiment back in just to see what happens. Oh no, is it? It's no longer a thing, it's no longer an entity. It is no longer an entity. What would happen if I reverse the polarity as well? Yeah, so the other red wire would have totally been long enough to do this, the previous one, so we could have got the one from earlier and just teased it for sure. Yeah, that's definitely in. I mean, it's not, because it didn't go... That's definitely in, and that's definitely in. But again, you know, it's not going... Okay. Where no man has gone before. We'll just rappel down. Safely. Okay, and then end credits with the new achievements. I mean, maybe the achievement was for going flying with the guy after all. Okay. No breaks games. It's a fun game. Okay, well, we need actually a... Can we see our face in the lights? Okay, let go of the K a bit. I feel like we could get a good angle. Okay, we're in the shade again. K shades. Give me a better view of the face. The end credits are long. I mean, I've fell through these with other people as well, like, you know, online. You do go through the end credits with everyone online as well, so... And they're not happy. They just stay and watch all the end credits and, you know, float slowly. They want to just end the game. They don't want to sit and watch you float on an and or an ampersand, depending on who you are. Okay. I'll just spin around a bit. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one to go as quickly, so, you know, I wasn't planning. Well, that glitched into us, so I grabbed it because it was part of us. Like, I wasn't grabbing onto it whilst it was glitching on us. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna wear the bee. Oh, it kicks me off. I wonder if I'm in a different perspective to you're meant to be now because of that. Okay, just letting it fall as well and letting him flop about is making the face a bit more visible at some points as well. We just threaded the needle there. I like to try and hit everything when I'm actually trying to do it, but now I'm just letting it fall where it may. But you don't entirely have that much control, you know, mostly you are just hitting things. You can't float off anywhere interesting when you're floating with the things. And I do sometimes try and wear the letters as well, but again, you know, that's not very likely to happen. Although we did almost thread the needle on that B and almost on that R. Oof, okay. Because again, you can only really rotate your spin to try and line up to hit something. Okay, glitching on the W, we're part of the W now. Yeah, I really do like the game, so I'd definitely recommend purchase if you're thinking about it. I would suggest go ahead and just buy it. Okay, free falling is actually more interesting to watch the character, although now he's righted it himself. Whilst he's unconscious, you know, just spinning around, if he could just free fall all the way down, that'd be quite an interesting way of watching it. But again, you know, that's the intro with Bob free falling. Free falling. But it's not happening. Okay, there we go. There's the free fall moments. But it didn't last long. Okay. Curve Digital, senior producer, Michael Robinson. I just called you Michelle there. I'm sorry. I wonder how much further we've got to fall now. But this will be it until they bring out another game, and then I might, you know, re-update my character again. I don't know, because I went through, had a quick glance at some of the new stuff, and you know, they've got a lot of new parts and whole outfits. There's like Christmassy ones as well, so I picked the least Christmassy of the new outfits, and then actually use my webcam to put a picture on, because now that I can. Still, you know, a pity that you can't just use a photo, but again, you know, maybe they don't want you using photos of celebrities and things, but you can still get around that with webcams, you know, and there are online sharing of skins, so, you know, be careful. I'm sure some people probably upload lewd things, but, you know, there's Sonic and different things, I'm sure. You know, all the memes will be there. And there's bound to be a Nick Cage one, because, I mean, you know, that's a meme in itself. Nick Cage's face on everything. So, yeah. Thus was Human Fall Flats. We will still go through the end credits. I mean, are we literally going to do this every update, fall through all the end credits? I don't know, but I felt like it this time because we've got a new character, and this was a short video. So, why not? Can't be much further now, surely. If we don't get caught on the bee, grab it and let go. His foot is caught in it. Help! The bees have got me! Not the bees! Not the bees! So even that meme made it in. Right, now I'm just going to try and thread the needle. Oof. Thread the needle on everything as we get our foot caught in the G. Here we go. Human Fall Flats. Bop. Not Bob, Bop. Okay, and then there's the entrance, which would take you to the level. It's a shame you can't rip up the letters and, you know, take them off. It's like, no, it's not Human Fall Flats. We'll rename it. Like Velcro letters that you can just rip off. But I guess that would probably glitch out the start screen a bit too much, because obviously this is like the exact start menu. Okay. You don't really get to see my face that great here in game. Northern Lion does it funny with his entire face over his entire body. There we go. And we fall into nothingness and fade to black. To the menu. Let's go back to customize so you can just get one last look at it. Derpy stretched face with a flat nose that doesn't actually look anything like me. My god, that was a terrible picture. Anyway, join us again for more. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.